Well, now that you've had a little perspective on a lot of these different feuds and moments that you've had on social media, let's go upstairs together to the problematic attic.
Oh,
and
God.
Let's clear the air, shall we? Because we need to clear it up. There's some stuff going on.
Can I have some of that from over here?
It's some please.
Yeah, we got so much air to so much air to clear, bitch.
This segment brought to you by Hey Qween's Air Freshener. When you gotta just clear the air.
Available at your fine faggoty grocers. All right, so
fruity too.
It is just like us. So let's. I'm just gonna mention a couple people that you've been having a few issues with on social media, and I'm gonna just let you say whatever you want to clear the air, to put a pin in it, or you can tell us to move on. Let's clear the air.
Ooh.
Shea Coulee, what's been going on with that situation?
Shea Coulee. I love Shea Coulee. She's one of my favorite people. She's been one of the most people. I love Shea Coulee because she's been truly an informative friend to me, you know, and she's been supportive to me she had issues during her finale, I'm sure some of you may know, with family passing. We're aware of this, right?
Yep.
You know, so during my finale, she was very communicative. She was a good sister with me too. I tried to be with her too, knowing what she was going through. Like we've always been like supportive and close, even though we don't talk every day. You know what I'm saying? And we don't hang out like we will socially with our friends, but through text and stuff, we've always been supportive sisters. But we're not like having slumber parties. You know what I'm saying? So there is like a different kind of respect there. I say that because I don't want to say like, oh, she's one of my best or closer friends, without explaining that like we are close friends, but we're not staying at each other's houses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I honestly, girl, it's just, it felt like for her a personal experience, for me a defensive experience, you know, and I think in that moment I needed to educate myself more on what silencing someone means. You know, I think she got the most offended because I was just trying to like not hear what she had to say in the moment, but I was like, why aren't you texting me as a friend?
Right.
You know, and then we were texting, but we weren't seeing eye to eye. And it's just because we might have both been going through something emotional that day, and we were each other to fight with. And sometimes on social media, it does not look like that. You know what I mean? And she had very valid points I needed to understand, that I need to educate myself even more. I'm not educated enough to be educating other people. You know, we all know Eureka's had her fair share of controversy because of non-education in certain subjects.
Right.
That has been the source of my issues. And basically, my sister was trying to say to me, you're not educated enough to be trying to educate other people right now.
Right.
You know? And I didn't see that until it was explained to me later. You know, and at the end of the day, like I said, we're sisters. We're not staying at each other's houses, but we're close enough where what it is like we support each other. And it might have been, you know, maybe for her, it was a way to teach me a lesson in a more harsher way. Like, you know how like your mama smacks your hand that last time? You know what I mean? Or your sister like just lets you fuck up so that you get it finally. Well, bitch, I got it finally. I get it.
Good.
The T is it's not my narrative to push myself into. You know, and I want to be an ally, and sometimes you can be a forceful, self-serving ally without realizing it because you think you can make a difference. Out of all these people, because you've been through this moment or experience or controversy, now it's like your purpose to make a difference and to change the world, to prove that you aren't that person. And it don't have nothing to do with me being a certain type of person, because I'm not, and people kind of know I'm not. What was an issue for Eureka was she was repetitively being idiotic, and it just gets exhausting. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
that
girl.
shit gets exhausting. And it's not what we need to be doing, because it's perpetuating thought in a negative way towards topics that should be looked at in an intelligent and an equalizing way, which is what Shea tried to do for me.
Well
and
said.
That's a bitch that I will, right, clear the air.
Clear that air right up.
Because that's very true with her. She's a good one. And so.
Good, well said.
Yeah.
How about Mayhem Miller? What was in
girl.
the bags, Eureka? What was in the bag?
So real tea with me and Mayhem. Mayhem was sick at the time. She was noticeably sick. At the time, she had sinus congestion, like cold, like flu symptoms, whatever. And then at the same time, I think that, excuse me, Austin, ooh, he tastes so good. At the same time, Mayhem was sick, and I was in a controversial realm. But I was just being too much. That's the real tea. So I got the bag from my sister, Annalise, who brought it to me because people were making fun of me on my video on Instagram that I was walking with the bags down Rodeo Drive. And she said, you know, the bags are empty.
Right.
But it wasn't just her. Like, a lot of people were making fun of me, like, oh, girl, like, you know those bags are fake. Those are photoshopped. You look stupid. Like, you look... So it wasn't just her. So I was also defensive on a whole nother level for that reason. And then because my friends were actually telling me about it, I try not to read the comments anymore.
Yes, wise decision.
Hello. But, you know, it's still, you're faced with it because it becomes things without you even knowing it. So you still end up learning about it. So you might as well fucking read the shit yourself. I mean, fuck. So you ready ahead of time? By the time you find out, it's too fucking late. But anyway, so my friend Annalise brought me a Versace bag. She went to the store and bought me a Versace bag as a gift and met me at World of Wonder because I was filming some stuff with them. At the time, it was me and Yuha Hamasaki doing our infamous fashion photo review that the fans obviously loved and raved about. And we're so supportive and loving, and Trinity Taylor definitely out that situation. But whatever, I'm okay. She brings me my bag, and it was a gift. So, and she was like, you know what? Now they can't say nothing, Julia Roberts. She said, honey, pretty woman, realness. And I was like, you right, bitch. Look at me. I was feeling my Versace bag.
Right.
I had never gotten a Versace bag before. A bitch, I used to call it Versace, like every other stupid ass bitch from Showgirls. You know, so I was feeling it, and I did the little video just to be like playful, and it was just me being too much and trying, you know, to go too far. You know, I don't know what it triggered in her, but she felt like it was more for attention. And girl, she was right. Of course it was for attention. I just got a Versace bag, bitch. What the fuck you mean? Yes, bitch, look at my Versace bag!
And are you guys cool now?
Yeah, we are luckily cool now. We are
good.
Clearing the air.
The air is clear.
We are luckily cool now. She was just another one of those real sisters. It's like all these situations are just because me and this other... I'm one of those bitches that don't think about it or give a fuck, and that's a problem.
In this world,
that's a problem.
It is, sweetie.
Because I be saying too much and not giving a fuck, and then being like, oh, later I gave a fuck.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm
because
saying?
Everyone would come for you.
I react too quick without thinking.
And last but not least, clear the air with the Vixen.
The last time I saw the Vixen was at a Work the World show, and she was there to support the girls. We were in Houston, Texas, and she came downstairs. She said hi to Asia and everybody, and I was in the green room, and she said hi to me. You know, and I said hi back. We were both very professional. It is what it is, and I think that's kind of where we're at.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the best explanation to give, you know, is we communicated, we said hi, and that's kind of as far as we've ever really been.
Keeping it cordial.
You know,
she said you guys do your best apart.
And, you know, she's very accurate, you know, because of the way people have responded to our feud, as well as our processes of thinking, and as defensive as we've both been, because let's say the real tea is it's two damaged people trying to fight over who's the most damaged. That's the best way for me to describe mine and the Vixen's relationship. I hope people don't find that offending, that I call her damaged and myself damaged, because I don't know an LGBTQ person that doesn't have damage, you know? So we have separate stories, and we're trying to figure out what those are. She's doing her thing, and I'm doing mine. I'm very proud of that, you know? There was a point where I didn't think there was hope for us to have any type of relationship. That's not a relationship necessarily, but it's also not a relationship. We just do our own thing and don't worry about each other. We're both very focused on our careers. She's working on Black Girl Magic, and I'm working on being tragic.
I think the air has been cleared, sweetie.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's really
that's
the
good.
honest.
No more fuel to that fire. There's no reason to keep fighting.
No.
And everybody
Thank you for
can be
agreeing,
grown up and move on.
Thank you for agreeing. Yes, absolutely.
This segment brought to you by Hey Qween's Air Freshener. When you gotta just clear the air. Hello, children!